Welcome back to Movie Plot Recapped. This movie starts showing such a community, where the inhabitants were polluting their own environment. As a result, many species were rooting out. Due to this reason, those species were going to be extinct. Now some aristocratic people of this society are seen at auction. This auction was on an island which is purchased in $20 million by a man named Lu. In this happiness, Lu invites the businessman at his house for a party, where a businessman appears as a superhero, putting on a jetpack. Lu greets everyone at his home. After a time, it is revealed to him that they are not their well-wisher. Those people say to Lu, the island on which he has made a deal, that island has many dolphins, so it is useless. They also expose that they have acted as such with the aim to harm Lu according to plan, because no construction is possible on that island because of the existence of dolphins. Saying it, they begin to laugh because they were thinking it that. They have befooled Lu as he tells them that he has taken the permission letter to remove the dolphins from that place with the help of new technology. Hearing it, all businessmen are worried because their plan to harm Lu was spoiled. And the same businessman here who had reached here as a superhero. He leaves that place after insulting Lu. As he begins to return back, then his rocket belt becomes out of order. And he had started to fly here and there like a mosquito. All people were disappointed now who were making fun at Lu in this party. Being carefree about people, Lu begins to enjoy his party. Then a businesswoman requests Lu to select her as a partner in his business. He accepts his request. They are celebrating their new business partnership. That their celebration is interrupted by a girl, wearing an odd makeup. It was her words that she wants to meet Lu. But his guards take her away. But Lu comes to him as that girl makes a noise. And she gives Lu her contact number and says, contact if he ever wants to meet her. This was a very confusing situation and he asks her to go after taking her contact number. Afterwards, it is seen, that girl is going to his house on her skateboard. It is known later, that girl's name is Shan, who had reached Lu's island, boarding a boat, where it had known that Shan is a mermaid. And the boat through which Shan had reached here, many mermaids were entrapped in it. Because Lu had created some machines to keep dolphins away from his island, which used to emit the ultrasonic waves. Dolphins had left that place because of these ultrasonic waves. Many mermaids had met their end while survivor mermaids were entrapped in this boat to rescue themselves. Mermaids leader Octopus plans to kill Lu, because his project's working will be stopped at his death. In this way, sonars will be taken out from the water, and their dwelling will be regained by them. They choose most beautiful mermaid of their group, Shan, for the accomplishment of their mission, who can kill Lu after entrapping him. The scene moves to Lu, who was with his new business partner. That girl was trying to show Lu down, saying as he belongs to mediocre family, while that girl belongs to the royal family. So they are unparalleled for each other. Hearing it, Lu is enraged. And he contacts with Shan with a message, you will be picked up from here within 2 hours. Mermaids get ready with their weapons as they hear this message. Shan goes out, getting ready. And they come to know while opening the door, there are Lu's guards have come to pick her up, not Lu. They carry Shan to Lu's office where she is told that their boss will soon meet her. Then she pours a drop of poison in a place lemon water glass near her. But she is shocked, lifting her head, because there was security guard who says to Shan for security cautions, that she may take the lemon juice of one of the glasses. But the issue was this, as Shan had forgotten which glass had been poisoned by her. Now she takes a glass of lemon water glass in fear and takes it. Suddenly her face expressions begin to change. But it is revealed after a few seconds that she has a piece of a lemon in her mouth. Due to this her face expressions had altered. But there was a poison in that glass which security guard was holding. Security guard loses his consciousness there. Shan gets up in frustration. And she rescues security guard, pouring the alcoholic drink in the mouth of him. Meanwhile, Shan notices Lu and she starts following him, so she may target his victim. Now she was going to attack Lu with Sea Archer. Contrarily, clock is hit on her head in spite of hitting Lu, which had been thrown in rage at a distance by Lu. In this way, she is stumbled. After this, Shan tries to kill Lu with Sea Archer for the second time. But she does not notice it that there is front glass wall, so that Sea Archer is struck on her head. But Shan does not accept her defeat. Once more time, she attacks Lu with Sea Archer behind the door. At this time, Sea Archer is attached on her face because of the opening of the door. Now her own body was also becoming poisonous because of that Sea Archer. But she wanted to accomplish her mission at any cost. So she attacks Lu, hiding herself under the table. Lu begins to dance here. As a result, Shan's every attack is missed. Contrarily, Lu's foot comes on the hand of Shan. and she begins to feel pain. As Shan is going to stab Lu's foot to get her hand free, Lu immediately lifts his foot. In this way, her own hand is wounded. Shan was fed up from it, and she was also feeling too angry. Then she attacks Lu, using her flying skills. Lu's golf stick hits on her face and she loses her senses. Lu was very afraid, witnessing an unconscious girl behind him. But Lu was enraged within a time. So, he pays much money to Shan so she may leave him. But Shan says to Lu, "I don't feel need of your money at all." Hearing it, Lu is confused and he says to her that, "Who are you? I never ever met you, so why are you after me?" He is nearly to go from here, leaving Shan. Suddenly, he turns back, and he begins to treat Shan as she is his girlfriend. As that business partner comes after Lu, then it is revealed that he is pretending it to envy that girl. And Lu moves away, taking Shan. Now both are seen in a car, where Shan feels appetite and she leads Lu to a street restaurant. First of all, Lu becomes enraged and he was not wanting to have food at this place. But he was also feeling much appetite, so they both begin to take meal at this place. Lu becomes so sentimental unexpectedly after taking meal. And he tells on asking of Shan, they were very poor in his childhood. And they used to take such a meal after stealing. He tells Shan, "I had promised myself at that day that I will be wealthiest man of this city." Shan says here, "You were at fault in this matter because money is not everything." She speaks some emotional sentences. Consequently, Lu becomes so excited. Now he signs a check of $1 million for Shan. But Shan burns this check and she says to him, she does not need of this check, because money is nothing for her. She tells, "I am along with you for this purpose, because I have affections for you." Shan begins to sing for Lu with it. Noticing it, Lu and Shan's singing choices are same, so Lu also begins to sing with her. Shan begins to sing a song in her sound of mermaid all of a sudden. Due to this, all glass-made things are cracked. And Lu's fake mustaches are also taken off. Afterwards, Lu and Shan enjoy a lot. Now Lu comes to drop Shan at her house, where Shan's family were ready to kill Lu. Now Shan had also started to like Lu, so she did not wish that mer people may harm Lu. Shan was really wanted to rescue Lu, so she was taking off her dress, so Lu may witness that she is a mermaid. But nothing was appearing visible to Lu due to the darkness. He says, "Moving into the house, we may see what you are wanting to show." Shan smiles here and locks the door, moving into the house, because she knew that Lu will become a target if he steps into the house. Octopus was in fury at Shan's house because their target had skipped from their hands. When Shan receives a call by Lu who says, he wants to meet her again. Then all become so excited again and begin to sloganize Lu's death. On the second day, Shan takes Lu to a restaurant, where Octopus is there as a chef because he did not want Mrs. Target now. And he had approached here after planning as he will kill Lu here. Many bodyguards come here before he attempted to kill Lu. And their plan is spoiled here. Now Octopus had no other way except showing it that his tentacles are fake. So the rest of the chefs begin to cut his other tentacles. And he also puts his tentacles on fire to prove his lie as a truth. For this, he was feeling much pain, so he was making his strangest expressions. Lu was thinking that it is the part of his acting. As the things become out of control by Octopus, he escapes from there, releasing the black liquid from his mouth. Shan says to all to handle the situation here, it is the part of his acting. Lu proposes Shan for marriage and he says, it is that unique action, which is going on in his life in a best way. But Shan is not able to accept it. And she tells Lu, calling him fool, she has come here to kill him, not for another purpose. Meantime, Lu's business partner arrives here. Due to this, Shan and Lu leave this place. In the next scene, Shan's house is again shown, where Octopus was in full rage and he had also started to suspect Shan, as Shan perhaps has started to like Lu. The door is knocked during their discussion. As Shan opens the door in fury, then she encounters Lu at the front. And Lu is shocked, noticing her fishtail fin for a time. And he loses his consciousness as he casts a glance at other mermaids in the room. When Lu restores his consciousness, then he glimpses those mermaids, which were injured because of his sonar. And Octopus was going to kill him. But Lu requests him while weeping, give me a chance, so I may turn off those sonars. He says, I had no idea that these sonars may be so harmful. But Octopus was not in this intention to leave him, so he begins to choke him with his tentacles. But Shan cuts her leader Octopus tentacle to rescue the life of her friend. Due to this, Lu gets a chance to escape from here. Being escaped from here, Lu goes to the police station. But no one believes in his story. And they make fun at him. Being disappointed from here, Lu comes back to his office. And he says to doctors that he himself wants to investigate the sonar. He begins to feel much pain as the sonar is turned on. The doctors tell him here, it was only 10% of sonars. And he had known it that sonar is very harmful. So he decides to take the sonars out of the water. Lu's business partner asks him, why did your plan change instantly? At the same time, he tells the whole story of mermaids to her. But that girl does not astonish, hearing it because her company was already working on mermaids. And they have been investigating the mermaids for many years. That girl says to Lu, their company will be on full advantage if they discover the alive mermaids. But Lu had no intention to harm mermaids, so he hurriedly contacts Shan. But he decides to go at her place in car when she does not receive his call. Before Lu reaches there, Lu's partner reaches there to that boat, taking her men. That girl had sent many soldiers to capture mermaids. As those soldiers get in the boat, then they find that boat empty. Moving underwater, they come to know that all mermaids are hidden there. And they begin to fire their guns at the mermaids mercilessly. The water begins to turn into red from its transparency as the mermaids receive the gunshots. Those mermaids move out of the water to escape from that firing. They close them into the bags while killing them mercilessly. They are nothing but mere fish. Now Shan comes out of the water. And she falls down on the soldiers while fighting with them. But Octopus rescues him before the soldiers might harm her. And he tries to throw her out of the boat, using his tentacles. But soldiers set trap out of the boat before Shan comes out of it. So she falls back into the boat. Before this, they may kill Shan. A big wave of water carries them with it. That old mermaid is seen here, which was creating the waves in the water through her giant fins. She was attacking the humans with these waves. Now a soldier attacks that mermaid from backside, standing at a distance. Consequently, she jumps into the water. She realizes here that sonars are not working, and she orders all mermaids to move into the ocean. In this way, many mermaids are succeeded to survive. Moving into the ocean, they attack Shan. In spite of this attack, she was moving far in the water, gathering all her energy. But Lu's business partner attacks Shan from the helicopter. Due to this, there is an explosion in the water. On the other side, Lu is seen, who was caught in a traffic, and he wanted to reach Shan as soon as possible. Lu's partner orders to kill Shan, who was out of water here. And Lu glimpses his business opposition in this traffic, who had been seen in jetpack at the very start of the movie. Lu reaches there in a jetpack of his business rival like a hero before his business partner harms Shan. He tries to rescue his friend. But Lu's business partner also attacks him. But he leaves Shan into the water in spite of the arrow shot in his body. And he himself falls down there. Meantime, police arrive there. Now Lu is shown at his house again while shifting this scene from here. And a reporter had come there to interview Lu, who was asking about mermaids from Lu. Lu laughs loudly, and he tells him, mermaids are only in the fictions exaggerated by human beings. At the same time, Shan appears there in human appearance. And Lu introduces him with journalist. In the end of the movie, Lu and Shan are seen in the ocean, where Shan was showing the beauty of underwater life to her spouse. At last, mermaid's life had also preserved. The movie completes on this scene showing this sight. Thank you for watching.